What's up, you guys? My name is Ebony. Welcome to my channel. Today I feel like drawing, so let's get into it. So today I will be using my 10th generation iPad along with my Apple Pen, and we'll be in Procreate today. I actually already had something sketched out for you guys. I just wanted to finish it on camera with you guys, so let's get into it. So the idea for this design comes from this scripture that you see here, Matthew 11 verse 28, which says, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened, I will give you rest." Let me show you guys how this actually started. So this was the initial sketch, and I was like, I could do a little bit better. And then I moved on to this, but then I thought, well, when I draw people who look like me, I really like to exaggerate our features because I'm just so in love with just how we look. Our hair, our facial features, everything. It's just so big. Like, I always compliment my husband on his nose. His nose is huge, but I think it's so cool. Like, I don't see it as a bad thing. In the next sketch, I just increased her hair some more. And so we have this. So I'm going to clean up this sketch some more, and then I want to add some color to this. When I'm on Procreate, I don't use anything special. Like, I just use whatever Procreate comes with. I'm still pretty much new to the app, even though I've had it for like 10 years. I'm not 10. Even though I've had it for about 2 years. For the sketch, I just used the Procreate pencil. I'm going to go ahead and do the line art. I'm just going to use the Studio Pen. Just keep it real simple, nothing fancy. So while I do this outline, I'm going to tell you guys how this even came about, like this inspiration came about. And it's funny because I'm pretty much a stay-at-home mom right now. I thought it would be so hard to find inspiration being a stay-at-home mom because I spend most of my days, with my baby girl. And as fun as it is, I thought like there's no way I could find inspiration here. Not even just for my art, but creating content. Like, how do I? But the Most High always has a way. He just continues to exceed my expectations. So last week I posted a vlog and I explained how the past 2 weeks has just been so hard, just very frustrating, not just with motherhood, as frustrating as that can be by itself, but with my personal life. I'm 26 years old and I'm learning and I'm growing, and that by itself is exhausting. Me and baby girl had a really rough night one night, and I remember saying out loud, I cannot do this. Well, for one, if you know me, you already know it is very hard for me to stay up past 8 o'clock. You have that, and then you have a baby who I won't even blame her. I can't blame her. It's just me. I just lack understanding right now when it comes to her. But anyway, that night was really hard, and I remember saying to myself out loud, I cannot do this. The scripture talks a lot about never stop praying. The scripture that I can think of off the top of my head is from Ephesians 6 verse 18, I believe. So in that moment when I felt like there's nothing else I could do, I felt like giving up, I prayed. Later on, maybe like a few minutes later actually, the Most High reminded me about the scripture in Philippians, and I'll put this scripture on the screen because my mind is blanking. I can do all things through Yahusha who strengthens me. That did help me in the moment. It took me some time to really calm down. But then at the same time, I was like, wow, that's great, but I don't feel like doing anything right now. I just want rest. Not even just physical rest. Like, yes, I was very tired at the time, but I just want like rest with everything. I don't want to deal with some things. And then he showed me a scripture in Matthew 11. Well, this one right here, the one that I'm designing for, Matthew 11 verse 28. Come to me, all who are weary and who carry heavy burdens. I will give you rest. And that just sounded so relieving to me. Relieving in the sense that I don't have to worry about anything. Like I said, not just physical rest, mental rest. I don't have to deal with certain things, and I love that. I love that I can just give it all to him. And not only giving all my problems to him, but then I feel like I can just be myself. That's the true rest that I need. Just raw, just true and comfortable, like just coming as I am. Okay, okay, that looks good to me. What do you guys think? Some parts are kind of shaky and I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, you see how it's all... And it could be just because of the way I'm filming too. Like, that looks kind of crazy. Now let's add some color. I usually always use the airbrush, and under airbrush I use the soft brush. I'm gonna do her neck, and I think I'm gonna make it darker than the face so you can actually see it. Just a little bit darker. see. Oh yeah, can you guys see that? I love this. This is so cool. For the hair, I always like to do like a dark brown, like almost black, but not quite, as like the base. Okay, so as far as her clothes go, I am a sucker for this color right here. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. If you are also a designer or you know Procreate, you're very good at it, leave me some tips down below because, yeah, I really enjoy doing this. So anything that helps, anything that would make the process easier, or any tips and tricks you may have, that would be great. So we use this color for the pants. Now we're gonna go in with this color. Let me see if that even goes together, guys. I might just be tripping. Ooh, that looks good together too. Now I'm being indecisive. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if this color will do. Let me just get a rough little, let's see what that looks like. That's no, it's a no, right? Yeah, maybe no to that color. I think I want to keep this color though. So something I do actually know is you can actually see what colors will go together by going to the colors and then you click on harmony. It'll show you a color adjacent to the color you already have, and it's saying that this is a good color to go. So we'll see if Procreate suggested something good. Let's see. Okay, so I decided not to go with that color, and I'm gonna do this dark yellow. It's yellow, but like, I don't know, burnt? What would you call that? Everything I've learned on Procreate, I've learned from YouTube. Whether it's Procreate, I've learned how to use Adobe Illustrate. I learned how to do things with my hair, all on YouTube, guys. YouTube is the real college we should be going to. Am I right? For the socks, I'm gonna do a lighter version of this color. So I'm gonna just go up here. Yeah, I'm gonna do like that color. So something new I actually learned. So you see how the outline is black. You can clearly see the black outline. So I don't want that in this design. I'll just show you. I don't know how to explain it to you. I'm just going to show you. So for instance, you see, let's do the yellow because you can see that better. So you see the black outline around the shirt. So I'm going to go in with a color darker than this. I'm just slide it down a little bit and go over it like that. So it's only covering the line art, which I think is so cool. Let me know if you understand this. Or if you don't understand it, let me know if it's cool. You see how there's no more black outline. The outline is now whatever I want it to be. And it'll all make sense. Just trust the process. Art is all about trusting the process. I was actually on a walk today. I'm learning how to listen and hear out for the Most High's voice. And like I said, I'm learning. He confirmed a scripture for me. I've actually heard it before, but so it's Hebrews 12:6. It says that Yahuwah chastises those he loves, or he disciplines those he loves. I love that I heard that today because I really needed it. Really just confirmed that he does indeed love me. The crazy part is I've read that scripture plenty of times before. And before I would think to myself like, that sounds nice, but it didn't really hit me until today. And I love when stuff like that happens. This is what we're working with. But I'm in love with this. So far, so good. Okay, so I went ahead and just cleaned up some stuff off camera. Now let's move on to the words. So let me just remind you guys of what the sketch looked like. So we are going to try our best to work around this. Say hey mama. Zavea is here, my daughter. So you guys, we are figuring this all out together. So what I did was I took the selection tool, I clicked on warp, and I am going to warp the letters to her body, or at least for this. And you guys, while I'm doing this, I am realizing I might have to finish this tomorrow because, under the circumstances. All right, Alright y'all, we are back. I ended up using a bunch of different tools to really get it where I wanted it to be. It's pretty much close to how I envision it to be because I hate compromising when it comes to what I sketched out. This I ended up having to draw myself because there wasn't a font that I was happy with, so I just drew it. Let me know where I can improve. Also, if you have made it this far, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you like this content, you like what you see here, please give this video a like. So now I want to add a background because I kind of plan on having this as my background for my laptop or just somewhere where I can see it and always be reminded of it. I don't even know what should we do for our background. Let's see. I'm just going to choose something. Oh, that doesn't look bad. What do you guys? I actually like that. Sometimes you just have to stare at it. And then sometimes I'll walk away, go do something for like an hour or so, and then come back and see how it looks. All right, so I'm just reminding you of what we started off with versus. And here, guys, we have the final product. I would love to know where I can do better. What do you guys think? Show your girl some love down in the comments. I really enjoyed doing this with you guys. I had so much fun. Y'all willing, I will see you in the next one.